Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The following is an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and is a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.
Sports Network broadcast crew is ready in the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth. Exclusive pregame coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball is brought to you by Animal Medical Center of Jefferson City, Avon with Michelle Carty, Boone County Journal, Centurion Cares, Christopher Scott, Farmers Insurance, Doc and Norm Direct, Eddie Goodell Society, Han Custom Laser Engraving, LLC, Hoslog Landscaping and Design, Last Sentinel Firearms, Retrieving Freedom, River Oak Christian Academy, Sawdust Studios, State Tech of Missouri, and Walk Off Wood Bat Company. The excitement is building in the stands, and the tension is rising in the dugout as first pitch is just around the corner. You're listening to exclusive coverage of Jefferson City Renegades baseball on the Renegades Radio Network and the Show Me Sports Network. Now let's go live to the field to the Doc and Norm Direct broadcast booth.
Renegades looking to put an end to this losing streak here tonight. They're going to have to do it on the road for the fourth and final game of 4 straight for the Renegades against the Joplin Outlaws. Welcome in, everyone, on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you all of tonight's coverage of Renegades baseball. And if this one is anything like the first 3 of this series, we should be in line for a good one this evening. Here at Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin, Missouri, we are just about a few minutes away from first pitch of this one. Umpires and coaches just had their meeting at home plate as we are inching closer and closer to this 7 p.m. start time. Renegades, after their loss last night, a 2-0 one, a pitcher's duel, dropped to 3-5 on the season. Been hovering right around that 500 mark all year long, albeit just a couple weeks into the season. Plenty of time to go, second half of June and all of July to really get rolling. And they will look to do that and not fall to what would be a season worst 3 games under 500 tonight. So far in the series between the Outlaws and the Renegades. Renegades took the first one on Sunday evening at home at Vivian Field with a comeback in the 9th inning, a 7-6 final score, and then traveled here on Monday night where they lost 11-9, where they actually out-hit Joplin but lost by 2 runs. Off day in between before a 2-0 loss last night where Braden Malpe pitched a really good game, 5 2/3 innings, gave up the 2 runs but 2 passed balls, so did not get either of those earned. And on the other end for Joplin last night, it was a really good pitching performance by both Adrian Rangel and Cole White, who went 6 3 innings respectively to blank the Renegades and hand them their second straight loss. Like I said, we're on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt. We're just a few minutes away from first pitch. About to do lineup introductions and the national anthems. And while they do that in the background, let me get to you the lineups for these 2 squads tonight. A lot of similar names you will recognize between these 2 clubs as they meet for now the 4th game in a row. So we'll give for the road Renegades first, leading off in center field, Ross Lovich. He had a couple balls very deep in this ballpark just a few nights ago. Let's see if he can do it again here tonight. Colton Doyle bats second and plays second base. And Carter Gorling plays first base, bats third. Jack Matashek moves up to the cleanup spot here tonight in right field. Luke Fuller, we've seen him at DH a couple times this series. He bats fifth and plays catcher. Taylor Hopkins, the shortstop, bats sixth. T.A. Rockerbomber, catcher, but now tonight plays DH. He bats seventh. In the 8th spot is Levi Mizlowski. He's at third, and rounding it out at 9th, we saw him pitch here on Monday night. In left field tonight is Brennan Perkins. And on the mound tonight for the Renegades is Caleb Carricker. He gets to start this evening. We will see how he does in just a moment. On the other side for the home, Joplin Outlaws, the team that will be taking the field here in just a moment. His lineups are currently going on. Corey Siracusa leads off and catches for the Outlaws this evening. Cade Watt at second base, bats second. And in the number 3 spot in the order, Michael Long, he is at third. We have seen him in the 3 spot all series long at both third and first base for the Outlaws. Max Bruff, DH, bats cleanup. And Garrett Chun, who sent one out over the deep right field wall here on Monday night, he bats fifth in right field. Sam Fagan, he bats sixth and plays center field. Liam Bailey, we've seen him move up and down the lineup, bats seventh and plays short. Batting eighth is Jordan Sheridan at first base, and rounding it out in the 9th spot is Cole Cooper out in left field. And on the mound tonight for the Outlaws was James Yamasaki. Joplin got 6 innings out of their starter last night. Well, they're surely looking to repeat that once again here this evening. First 2 games in the series were very high scoring, like I said. It's 13 runs and 20 runs scored. And then moving on to last night, just 2 combined runs. Both came on pass balls. There was very little offense to be found, especially on that Renegades side. They cannot get a whole lot going, and especially once it got into the later innings facing Cole White. Cole White got the save, and now has 2 saves alone in this series. Came on in the 7th inning and went 3 up, 3 down in the 7th. Gave up 1 base runner in the 8th, and then went 3 up, 3 down in the 9th inning. He was absolutely fantastic and gets a 3-inning save with 2 punch-outs on top of it. But not to be outdone by Adrian Arango, who got the starter last night for Joplin. He went 6 strong innings, 3 punch-outs, also did not allow a run, only gave up a couple of hits. Gave up 1 hit in the 1st, gave up 1 hit in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th and 6th. So 4 hits given up by him on the night. Really outstanding performance. But like I said, Brady Malpe did not have a bad start last night whatsoever. He was actually really, really good, really efficient. Finished with 96 pitches. Went 5 2/3, 4 strikeouts, and the 2 unearned runs. And the bullpen just came in and followed him right after that. Drew Voss, Wyatt Fisher, and Carter Goring combined to pitch 3 1/3 innings with 6 strikeouts combined and no runs allowed. So Renegades surely hoping to repeat that pitching performance, and if their offensive output can be anything like it was in this ballpark on Monday night, the Renegades will find themselves with a happy bus ride back home tonight to Jefferson City. Road game number 3 on the season for the Renegades. We are just about ready to go as the Joplin Outlaws are currently jogging out to the field, being announced here by the PA announcer, and we are just about ready for the national anthem. So right as we get to that, we'll take a break. First pitch in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. We've got Renegades baseball here on the Show Me Sports Network.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, walk-off wood bat company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 two-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs.
To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Just after 7:02 p.m. here at Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin, Missouri, and we are just about ready to go for baseball this evening as the pregame festivities are wrapping up. Anthem and first pitch just thrown out, along with the play ball done by one of the kids here at the stadium. Nicely done. And now James Yamasaki is on the mound for his warm-up pitches. Looking to follow a great pitching performance last night by Adrian Rangel on the mound for the Outlaws. Renegades currently starting to pick things up here on the season schedule. Had a couple early off days in the first week of June, and on top of that, a couple rainouts as well. I believe 3 rainouts already on the schedule for the Renegades. But things are really going to start to pick up here. They got Sedalia at home tomorrow night, so come out to Vivian Field before traveling to Chillicothe on Saturday. They do get the off day on Sunday before playing 7 straight games, 3 on the road and 4 at home as we move closer to the middle and late stretches of June. So it's going to really start to pick up. Only a couple off days as well in July. And as long as there's no more rainouts like we had in that first week or so of June, it'll be constant Renegades baseball, all brought to you here on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt. Thanks for tuning in this evening. As like I said, we are just about ready to go. First, some baseball. I'll give you the lineups one more time for the Renegades. Right about to step into the batter's box, Roslovich, followed by Doyle, Gorling, Matashek, Fuller, and Hopkins in the middle, with Rockerbomber, Mislowski, and Perkins to round it out. For the Outlaws, it's Siracusa, Lott, Long, followed by Bruff, Chun, and Fagan in the middle, and then Bailey, Sheridan, and Cooper to round it out. In steps Roslovich, and we are just about ready to go for some baseball. And as we know, at this same ballpark a couple nights ago, Lovich led it off with a triple. I'm sure he would be very happy if he could do the same here. Has the lefty-righty advantage. He is into the batter's box, and first pitch from Yamasaki is in there, called strike, and we are underway. Not a ton of wind this evening. Certainly not a breeze blowing up towards us, but as I look out at the flag and center, it is moving a little bit. This one hit high in the air by Lovich, moving towards the center fielder Fagan. He's under it, and he's made the catch. 2 pitches and 1 out. Yamasaki is off and running. So after the fly out by Lovich, that'll bring up Colton Doyle at second base tonight, batting second for the Renegades. Like I said, he'll be followed by Carter Gorling and then Jack Matashek, if either of those two can reach base here in the first inning. So a little bit different start, at least for the Renegades here in this first inning, where first 3 base runners reached on Monday, but not the first base runner reaching here this evening. Matashek into his wind. Excuse me, not Matashek. Yamasaki into his wind, and he delivers a strike 1. I was thinking about the Renegades batter, who I can see down just at the top steps of the dugout, as he is in the hole in this first inning. Yamasaki back into his wind. The 0-1 pitch on the way. This one will miss inside, and that evens things up at 1-1. Renegades looking to stop what has been a, albeit short, but losing streak. 2 games now, both back-to-back to the Outlaws after winning at home on Sunday night. This one is inside as well, and that makes things 2-1. A little bit of different lineup as we saw last night for the Renegades compared to the one tonight. Some players, but some shaking up. Luke Fornong in a 3 spot. He moves down to 5, and Gorling in the lineup as this one is fouled off. Gorling came in the late innings of Monday night's game at first base, stayed there for the conclusion of it. So now 2-2 the count on Doyle, looking to reach base for the first time tonight for the Renegades. 1 out in the top of the first inning here at Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin. Pitch on the way. This one swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. First strikeout of the night for Yamasaki. It goes down swinging via Colton Doyle, as he'll trot back to the dugout for the second out of the inning. So now after 2 quickly retired, that'll bring up number 3 hitter Carter Gorling. Only 7 pitches thrown so far here in this top of the first inning by Yamasaki. Been efficient. He's pounded strikes. Only 2 balls thrown so far. First pitch of the at-bat to Gorling on the way. This one misses high. That is ball 1. Gorling playing first base tonight. Have seen him pitch a couple different times on the season. This one is also not in there. That makes it 2-0. Most recently saw Gorling pitch on the mound at home on Sunday night against what was the first game in the series. Gorling went 1 inning, gave a couple of runs. 2-0 pitch on the way. This one hit down the right field line, but that is going to get foul out of play over by that Renegades bullpen. And that'll make things 2-1 on the number 3 hitter for Jeff City. Just underway. About 5 minutes into this one, as Yamasaki has quickly retired the first 2 batters he has faced this evening via flyout and strikeout swinging. Now behind 2-1 to Carter Gorling. Here's the pitch. This one in there, and it evens things up 2-2. So a strike away from a 3-up, 3-down scoreless first inning. Yamasaki, the right-hander, facing the right-handed batting Gorling. Gorling now back in. Yamasaki into his windup, and he'll bring home the 2-2. This one swung and hit foul, and we'll do it again. Here's an error-filled contest for the Renegades back here on Monday night, as I believe made 6 errors. It was right around that number. I think 6 errors on the evening. So, but defense was much, much better last night. That's part of the reason why they only gave up just the 2 runs. We'll see if that streak continues. Here comes the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. This one swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts as James Yamasaki looked really good in that top of the first inning, and to the bottom half we will go. Don't go anywhere. Taking the mound when we come back will be Caleb Carricker in just a moment.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. This state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie!
Renegades have just taken the field here for their first inning of work on defense, and on the mound, Caleb Carricker just about ready to get off and running. Renegades made the trip here this afternoon for their 3rd road game of the season, and thanks to Doc and Norm, they were able to make that bus ride up here to Joplin. Go riding with Doc and Norm Direct, Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond at Doc and Norm Do It All. They are also the official transportation provider of the Renegades, getting us to all our road games safely, efficiently, and in style. To book your next spot for your next adventure, call them at 573-256-1991 or email them at reservations@millexpress.com. Once again, I'm Ben Schmidt, bringing you tonight's Renegades coverage here on the Show Me Sports Network. Thank you so much for being with me tonight as Renegades looking to snap what has been a short 2-game losing streak. They sit at 3-5 on the season, and warm-up pitches have been tossed, so Carricker is just about ready to go. He'll start with the top of the Joplin Outlaws lineup against Syracuse, Lott, and Long. Brooks, the DH, we've seen him all over the base pass in this series. He will bat if any of them can reach. Carricker donning number 7 tonight as the Renegades have their blue jerseys, gray pants on. Joplin also wearing blue, but a much lighter blue. First pitch is in there for a swung on foul ball, and that'll make things 0-1. Renegades have the navy blue on with the yellow letters and yellow Renegades across the front. Meanwhile, the Outlaws have appears to be an alternate jersey, maybe special event going on, is a lighter blue jersey they've got going. Carricker just fired his first pitch of the ballgame here in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless ballgame. This one way inside. What behind the batter? It was an off-speed pitch, so clearly unintentional. Just couldn't find the handle. So we have a race for that wild pitch by a couple of Outlaws batters. They've got it retrieved, and it'll be a 1-1 count on Syracuse. Catcher bats lead off. Right-handed hitter facing a right-handed pitching Carricker. Pitch on the way. This one is in there for strike 2. 2 Renegades were struck out in that top of the first inning. We'll see if Carricker could replicate that with a couple punch outs of his own. Back into the box is Syracuse. Carricker looking in for the sign from Fuller, and he's now got what he wants, the wind and the pitch. This one swung and hit out deep to right center field. Matashek is after it, and he's under it. That is out number 1. As the bright red cleats strided on over to catch that one for out number 1 in the spot on the first inning. It was hit out to medium deep right field. Matashek had to take a couple of strides to his right, got under that one, and made the catch for the first out of the ball game for Caleb Carricker. So he's off and running and will now face Cade Lott. Another right-handed batter steps in and takes strike 1 to begin his at-bat. 4 straight right-handed hitters to start this Outlaws lineup before the left-handed hitting Chun, who bats 5th, will step in at some point tonight. Back into the wind. The 0-1 pitch on the way. This one just misses high, and that evens things up 1-1. Cade Watt also played a couple of different positions throughout this series. He's at second base tonight. Played first earlier in this series. Awaits the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss as that one couldn't find the glove of Fuller behind the plate, but swinging over the top of it was Cade Watt, and that makes things 1-2. So now Carricker once again ahead to now 2 Joplin batters, been 1-2 to both of them. Was able to retire the first one in Syracuse, so we'll see what he brings to Lott right here. Looks in for the sign from Fuller, pitching out of the windup, and here comes the 1-2 pitch. This one up high, and that misses, and that'll run things to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just underway, about 10 or 12 minutes into this one. Just after 7 p.m. we saw first pitch, and now's the 2-2. This one swung and hit foul, and that will go off to the right side, and we'll do it again. I see some very light throwing down in that Renegades bullpen, but looks like it may just be playing a little game to stay loose. I don't think anyone is actually warming up. Certainly not just 1 out into this ball game. 2-2 pitch on the way. This one misses in, and that'll run things full. Renegades had to use 4 combined pitchers last night. Starter Maltby went 5 2/3 before using 3 relievers to cover the final 3 1/3. Here's the full count pitch. This one swung on and missed, and that is strike 3, first strikeout of the night for Carricker, and he, just like in the top of the first inning for Yamasaki, is off and running. Gets the fly out to right and the strikeout swinging, and will now face Michael Long with nobody out and 2 down. We'll see if this one turns out anywhere near like the one last night where we were, seems like sitting in that 6th inning about an hour and a half into it because both pitchers were just so locked in, pumping strikes. That's happened so far. This one's ripped down the left field line. That is a fair ball, and it'll go all the way to the wall. Chasing after it is Perkins, is on his way to second as Long. He will get in there standing as the throw comes back in, and that is a 2-out double, absolutely ripped down the left field line, and the only question would be whether or not it would stay fair. It did, and took 1 hop off the wall, so a 2-out double for Michael Long. He hit that ball very hard on a line. Probably was not that close to saying fair or foul, but from my viewpoint, wanted to be sure as it Only needed one hop to get to that wall out in left field and allowed Long to stroll in standing to second base. So now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for the Outlaws. It is Long off second base as Max Bruff steps in to face Carricker, pitching with the base runner for the first time this evening, misses low, and that's ball 1. If Bruff can reach or extend this inning, it'll be Garrett Shunn who waits on deck. Carricker retired the first 2 batters he faced before just giving up a 2-out double to Michael Long down the left field line. And now we'll check him back at second base. Back here in Joplin, Missouri for the top of the 7th inning. New pitcher on for the Outlaws. It's going just 0.2 innings. As this one misses a ball. Going just 2/3 of an inning is Brett Graham. Walked 2 straight batters on 8 pitches. And now very similar to how this one went on Monday night. Following the exit of Brett Graham, Josh Harriman enters and he will face Jack Matishek with runners on first and third and 2 outs. This one once again misses. Now 2-0 with 10 straight balls thrown by Outlaws pitching. Matishek, like I said, 2 ground outs, a walk, and a pop out. He's got to work with runners on first and third. 2-0 count, now 2 outs to Matishek. This one once again misses. Now 3-0. You have to assume that Matishek is just going to continue to take until he sees one even competitive pitch. Luke Fuller waits on deck. Potential bat with the bases loaded if they lose Matishek here. Still warming down in that Outlaws bullpen. Here's Harriman's 3-0. Outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk. The 3rd straight 4-pitch walk, and that'll load him up. So Matishek takes first, going over to second. And all with 2 outs, the Renegades have loaded the bases. So now stepping in will be Luke Fuller. Bats with the bases loaded. He has scored twice. Has 2 singles, 1 an infield single and 1 a single to center. Big opportunity here. Renegades lead by 6, and he's got bases loaded. Here's Harriman's first pitch. Way in over the backstop. Runner's going to have to stay put as it came right back. That one went almost over the head of Fuller, and Josh Harriman has been nowhere near the zone. This is rough. That's putting it lightly. That one, Luke Fuller had to duck down because that went over his head. That one went off the backstop and ricocheted right back to the catcher, Siracusa. So no runners advanced, but now 1-0 on 5 straight balls. Here's the 1-0. This one's going to hit Fuller, and that's going to give him a base and force in a run. Luke Fuller takes the hit by pitch, and it's the same story we saw with Harriman on Monday. The hit by pitch is in the wildness. Cannot find the strike zone. That'll be an RBI as Colton Doyle comes in to score from third base. On the play, Matishek moves up to second, Gorling over to third base, and the RBI for Luke Fuller. Now stepping in for his second at-bat of the evening, Jackson Lovitz grounded out with for an RBI in the 6th inning. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. This one hit high in the air to left. First pitch swinging. Over towards it is Cole Cooper. He makes the catch and that ends the inning, but not before the Renegades add another run and make the score 12-5. So we'll stand and stretch. Renegades up by 7 runs here in Joplin. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawduststudios.com. sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Hi, this is Nick Hoslag, owner of Hoslag Landscape and Design. Every day, my highly trained team of experts works hard to give you the outdoor living area you've been dreaming of. By focusing solely on landscaping and hardscape construction, this has made us the preferred landscape and design company serving Jefferson City and the central Missouri area. Thank you for all your continued support in voting us as winners of the Reader's Choice Awards and Jefferson City's Best multiple years running. When you are ready to begin your dream outdoor project, call us at 573-301-9464 to schedule an estimate or visit hoslaglandscape.com.
We are on to the bottom of the 7th inning here between the Renegades and the Outlaws. Tanner Schmidt's back out there, and his first pitch misses away for a ball to the first batter he faces. In the spot on the 7th, Garrett Sean. Schmitz came in relief of Caleb Carricker, got the final 2 outs of the 6th inning, and now goes to work here in the bottom of the 7th. This one hit off the end of the bat, but foul. Evens things up 1 ball, 1 strike. Schmitz trying to keep this a 7-run lead for the Renegades. They just added 1 more in the top half of this inning on an RBI hit by pitch before Jackson Lovich flew out to left to end the inning. Schmitz into the wind. Here comes his 1-1 pitch to Chun. Swung a hit on the ground, out to second. Over to his right. Doyle's got it, throw to first in time, and that retires Chun. 1 up, 1 down. Good start for Schmitz to begin this bottom of the 7th inning, and that'll bring up Sam Fagan. Fagan now steps in, right-handed hitter playing center field tonight. Grounded out, but hit an RBI triple to bring in 2 runs in the 3rd, and then grounded out again in the 5th. Bats with 1 out, no one on here in the 7th. Joplin really needs to get something going. They've got 8 outs to scratch across 7 runs just to tie this ball game. Trailing from the get-go, fell behind 5-0 in the 2nd. It's been Renegades since. Strike 1, he looks at that one to start his at-bat. Schmitz trying to keep things going for the Renegades. A couple guys stretching down there in the bullpen for the Renegades, but no throwing, it looks like. Here's the 0-1. Swung and missed. Bat goes flying off the net. That'll make things 0-2 as Fagan was unable to hang on to the bat, thankfully for the netting. Just like we had earlier in this game, just fell harmlessly just by the on-deck circle. They're going to look that thing over, make sure it's still intact, but it is. Just didn't break or anything, just went flying out of his hands. So now it'll be 0-2. Tanner Schmitz working very well here in the spot on the 7th inning, trying to get his 2nd straight out. As now Fagan's back into the batter's box. Schmitz into his windup, and here comes the 0-2 pitch. This one misses low, and that'll run things 1-2. Speaking of Fagon losing his bat on that last pitch, handcrafted right here in Missouri, Walk-Off Wood Bat Company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they offer a selection of bat accessories, including litter skin, bat grips, and batting gloves. As here comes the 1-2 pitch, swung and ripped out to left, but right at the left fielder Perkins makes the catch route number 2. 2nd out of the inning, and to help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit www.wowbats.com. So Schmitz looking very good here in the spot of the 7th inning. 2 batters, 2 outs after that fly out to left. And now in steps Leon Bailey with 2 outs and no one on. That ball was hit very hard off the bat for going, but hit almost right at Perkins, barely to move, and made the catch. Here's the first pitch to Bailey. This one misses low, now 1-0 count. Renegades pitching, despite pitching pretty well tonight, he's only thrown 1 3-up, 3-down inning, and even in that inning, a base runner reached, but a double play ended it, so. Big chance here is now even 1-1 on a called strike. Tanner Schmitz, just the 2nd pitcher of the evening, is here 2 outs into the bottom of the 7th for the Renegades as Caleb Carricker went the first 5 2/3. Here's the 1-1. This one misses for a ball. It's going to be 5 1/3 for Carricker. And now so far, an inning and a 1/3 for Schmitz. First time he's fallen behind in the count to a batter here this inning was 1-1 to Chun before the ground out and 1-2 to Fagon before his flyouts. Now misses, and it's now 3-1. Bailey can reach to bring up Jordan Sheridan, who has scored 1 of the 5 runs in this ball game for the Outlaws. Schmitz into his windup, and here comes the 3-1 pitch. This one hit weakly on the ground to third. Long throw across the diamond is short, and no chance to get Bailey, who was sprinting up the first base line. Vasilevsky was deep in the hole at third base and tried to make a long throw across the diamond. Even if that one doesn't one-hop to going at first, I think with the speed of Bailey, he probably beats that out. That'll go down as an infield single to keep the inning alive. So with Liam Bailey on first base, Jordan Sheridan steps in, left-handed batter. We're going to keep this inning alive. In the bottom of the seventh inning, 2 outs. Renegades lead 12-5. Lead off at first for Bailey. He is being held on. Here's the pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. Bailey's being held on over there by Gorling. Shortstop Bailey just hitting his second single of the evening. He's now 2 for 4. And Sheridan is 1 for 3 so far. 2 flyouts and a single to right field his last time up. This one inside now, 2-0 count. Sheridan saw a grand total of 2 pitches in his first 2 at-bats, and both ended up being outs. And then in his third at-bat of the night, his last one, took the first pitch and then swung again at the second and lined it up to right for a single. So not working deep in accounts tonight for Mr. Sheridan. He's ahead 1-0, quick throw to first, and back in there safely is Bailey. Sheridan can't keep this inning alive. It'll go to the number 9 hitter, Cole Cooper, who waits on deck. Just the 4th time through the lineup here for Joplin. Here's the 2-0. This one misses outside, and now 3-0. So a little bit of a lost control here for Schmitz. Was 3-1 on Bailey before the infield single, and now 3-0 to Sheridan. Having to pitch out of the stretch now with the runner leading off of first base in Bailey. Going, holding him on, and here's the 3-1. This one misses high, and that is a ball 4 walk, and Sheridan will go on down to first base. On the walk, Bailey also moves up to second, so runner in scoring position, albeit with 2 outs for the Outlaws. We have to Cole Cooper if he wants to drive him in and keep this bottom of the 7th alive. Bailey will lead off at second base with Sheridan off of first. They do not hold him on. Defense plays back, pretty much normal positioning. Schmitz trying to get through the 7th inning, complete his 2nd inning of work. 2 people warming up down in the Renegades bullpen. This one swung, hit out to left. Perkins got a long way to go. Curls towards the line. It's going to drop down fair. Bailey comes around to scores. The throw comes in. Both runners move up, and that is a 2-out RBI single for Cole Cooper. Was a long run for Perkins and drops just a couple feet fair inside the line. Really nothing Perkins could do. Got the throw back in quickly, but with 2 outs, Bailey was on the move, and he scored easily from second base for the 6th run of the game for the Outlaws. Sheridan moves up to second on the play on the infield single. Excuse me, not infield single. Infield single comes around to hurt the Renegades as Bailey, who reached on it, comes around to score. So Cooper now off of first. Sheridan off of second base. Schmitz still has 2 outs, trying to get the last out. This one just misses. Ball to Siracusa. Cooper scored earlier in the game and now just delivered an RBI single to left field to keep this inning alive. Sheridan off of second base, and now the 1-0 pitch to the leadoff hitter, the catcher, Corey Siracusa. Schmitz delivers. This one, a called strike to even things up. Siracusa so far tonight flew out to right, grounded out to second, grounded into a double play to end the 4th inning, and then walked and advanced to third in the 6th. Joplin putting up just 1 run so far in the inning. They still trail by 6 runs, 12-6. Here's the pitch. This one misses low, and now a 2-1 count. Out away from head into the 8th inning with the Renegades still in control of this one. Although a long fly ball off the bat of Syracuse could really get the Outlaws back into this one. Renegades still out hitting the Outlaws. Renegades into double-digit hits compared to the 7 for Joplin. Here's the 2-1. It's been hit off the end of the bat right to Gorling. He makes the catch on the fly, and that is the 3rd out. So Renegades allow a run to come around to score, but no further damage, and they still lead by 6. So we'll head to the 8th. Renegades in control. Back in just a moment for the top half and of 2nd.
River Oak Christian Academy has been providing a strong biblical foundation and academic excellence within a Christian environment to students for more than 16 years. Located in Jefferson City, River Oak Christian Academy offers kinder prep through 7th grade with 8th grade to be added in the 2023-2024 school year. River Oak Christian Academy's primary goal is the discipleship of the next generation to impact the world for Christ. Average class sizes are just 16 students with a student body composed of families from over 30 area churches. Kinder prep offerings include 3 and 5 full-day sessions, with kindergarten offering a half-day and full-day programs.
To find out more about River Oak Christian Academy, call them at 573-634-3983.
Last Sentinel Firearms is your federally licensed and registered Type 7 FFL manufacturer dealer in Missouri, providing quality products to all types of sports enthusiasts, law enforcement, and individuals across the nation. Orders are currently being fulfilled, offering custom-built pistols and rifles from the AR platform made right here in Missouri. Visit their website at lastsentinelfirearms.com or call them at 417-684-7202 to find out what they've got for you. Last Sentinel Firearms, you are your last line of defense.
Since 2018, Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC has been specializing in all things custom, using large format, high-powered lasers with some of the most advanced technologies on the market. Anything can become a canvas. The state-of-the-art system makes quick work of custom engraving on cups, glass, tile, wood, acrylic, metal, headstones with endless possibilities. They also offer custom one-of-a-kind signs that are sure to make your design stand out. Find them on Facebook at Han Custom Laser Engraving or call 573-489-8732 to find out more. Han Custom Laser Engraving LLC, a veteran-owned business.
We head to the 8th here on the Show Me Sports Network. Renegades and Outlaws baseball here this evening from Joe Becker Stadium in Joplin, Missouri. Between these two Missouri clubs, Jefferson City and Joplin. So I'm Ben Schmidt here for the top of the 8th inning on the Show Me Sports Network. Your number one spot for Renegades baseball coverage all summer long as Renegades playing second game in a row. They'll play 2 more before an off day on Sunday. They head home tomorrow night to take on Sedalia before heading to Chillicothe on Saturday evening. And as they travel to Chillicothe on Saturday evening, let me remind you to go riding with Doc and Norm Direct, Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond, they do it all. Doc and Norm Direct is also the official transportation provider of the Renegades, getting us to all our road games safely, officially, and in style, just as they did this afternoon here to Joplin. To book your next spot for your next adventure, call them at 573-256-1991 or email them at reservations@moexpress.com. First pitch to TJ Rockerbomber is in there, a called strike. A new pitcher in the ballgame, Jared Wells comes in, pitching the 8th inning for the Outlaws. We'll see if he's assigned to try and get the last 6 outs on the pitching side for the Outlaws or if they bring on a new one here. 0-1 pitch. This one misses outside. It's now even to the designated hitter tonight for the Renegades. Rocker Bomber grounded out but did get an RBI in the 2nd inning, lined out to left. 2 RBIs drawn in the 4th inning on a single to right field and then was hit by a pitch in the 6th. 1-1 count now. DH bats from the left side. Waits on the delivery from Wells, and here it comes. This one up and away, and that's 1 ball 2 of the at-bat. 2 balls, 1 strike count. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. It's what's been about 3 hours of baseball so far. We've got another couple innings to play, and hopefully a couple innings for the Renegades to close out this victory. They lead 12-6 in the top of the 8th. Here's the 2-1. This one a called strike. That'll even it up to the Renegades' designated hitter. Levi Maslowski and Brennan Perkins on deck and in the hole, 8 and 9 the batting order, and then if any reach, we will go back to the top of the Renegades lineup. Wells has got one he likes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no one on, no one out. Here is the pitch. This one hit off the end of the bat. It's sinking fast, and that's going to get down into right field for a single. Poked that one out there over the head of the second baseman lot in front of Chun. Well placed single, and that leads off the 8th inning for TJ Rockerbomber. So after he puts that one down perfectly, that'll bring up Levi Maslowski. Put one out to deep left center field for a 2-run home run in the 2nd inning. And now back here again, once again with a runner on. Nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. Renegades lead by 6. Taking lead at first base. This one in there for a strike. Called strike as Kozlowski hit the home run, but has also struck out twice and grounded out in his other 3 plate appearances. Brendan Perkins waits on deck. Right-handed hitting third baseman tonight in the box. And here is the 0-1 from Wells. This one a called strike, and that makes things 0-2. So now 0-2 on the Renegades' third baseman. Looking to continue this top of the 8th inning with another base runner for the Renegades. They got a leadoff one just a second ago on a single by TJ Rockerbomber. Here it is. Swung on a miss, and that's a 3-pitch strikeout. Wells blows it by him, and that is out number 1. Came with the heat there, and Weslowski could not catch up. That's the hat trick for him on the strikeouts, but not to be outdone by the massive 2-run homer he hit in the second inning of this one to get the Renegades really rolling at 3-0 at the time. So now Brendan Perkins steps in. Right-handed hitting left fielder has already scored twice in this game. Now bats here with a runner on. It's Rockerbomber off of first base. 1 out. Bigger lead. Now hit in the air to deep center. But Fagon has got to play. He comes in to get it now and makes the catch. I actually thought that was going much further than it did off the bat. Fagan actually had to come in to make the catch and made it in stride for out number 2. 1 pitch for the second out of the inning off the bat of Perkins. So now Ross Lovich will step in for the 6th time tonight already. Top of the 8th inning, he bats for the 6th time. He is 2 for 5 so far. Had the 2 home runs along with a flyout and 2 groundouts. But when you hit 2 home runs and drive in 4, I don't think you're caring a whole lot about what you did in the other at-bats. Once again, with a runner on, he hits, leading off of first base. And here is Wells' delivery to the left-handed batting center fielder. Nope, he's going to throw to first, and back in time safely is the runner. Renegades looking to extend what is currently a 6-run lead. They bat in the top of the 8th inning. They scored 5 in the 2nd, 5 in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th inning. They face Jared Wells. This one hit weakly out towards short. Liam Bailey steps on the bag, takes the easy out, and that will end the inning. Lovich is retired, and nice job by Jared Wells. That inning faces 4 batters and gets 3 outs. Well, to the bottom of the 8th, the Renegades still in control. They lead 12-6. Don't go anywhere.
The following public service announcement is brought to you by the Eddie Gaedel Society, Jefferson City Chapter 10, doing little things to make a big difference.
Want to make a big difference in your community? Be kind to others, drive safely, and put litter in its proper place.
Join us in celebrating Eddie Gaedel's historic Major League appearance as a member of the St. Louis Browns by doing something nice for someone today.
Take a walk, Eddie.
When things come out of left field, having a game plan matters. Farmers Insurance has over 90 years of experience helping people play through every stage of the game. We've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything. Talk to Farmers Agent Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131 to see how I can help you stay in the game. That's Christopher Scott at 573-896-0131.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
At Centurion Cares, for more than 3 decades, their focus has been on exceeding customer expectations for contact center software solutions. Their innovative communication solutions include utility interactive voice response software that allows for smart communication features that let your utility deliver superior customer service 24/7. They also provide other streamlined services like automatic call distribution, automated customer callback, reporting, and quality assurance. To find out more about how Centurion Cares can help your business, call them at 727-421-5300 or look them up online at centurioncares.com. Centurion Cares, innovative communication solutions.
New pitcher on the mound for the Renegades, third of the evening. Taking the hill, it's Grayson Ehrman. Different number than we saw when he took the mound a couple days ago, wearing 31 tonight, down to number 29 a couple nights ago at this same stadium. And he will go to work as the third pitcher of the ballgame for the Renegades. So Tanner Schmitz finishes with an inning and 2/3, 1 strikeout, gives up just 1 run. Came in a bases-loaded situation in relief of Caleb Carricker. Did a pretty fine job in relief, and now we'll turn it over to Ehrman as the Renegades have got 6 outs to get to hang on to this 12-6 lead that they're currently sporting. Ironman in this inning will face a lot, Long and Bruff, 2, 3, 4, and then number 5 hitter Garrett Sean, if any of them reach base. Looks like we're going to see a pinch hitter, Caden Bressler, stepping into the batter's box to pinch hit for Watt. We assume he'll just take over at second base. So Cade Watt evening is done. Now Bressler, the left-handed hitting second baseman, will step in to face Ironman. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and that misses for ball 1. Bressler, we've seen multiple spots so far throughout this series. Played second base and then had a couple innings on the mound. Swings and fouls this one off, evens things up 1-1. And now bats here in a pinch hit role to lead off this 8th inning. Ironman gave the Renegades some much needed length out of the bullpen on Monday night. See if he can continue to do that again. Still someone throwing down in the Renegades bullpen. This one misses for a ball. 2-1 now the count. Yeah, there's still some warming up and some tosses being thrown down there on the right field line. It's a double-digit number this time, so it broadens the choices. 2-1 pitch. This one misses, now 3-1. My initial guess was number 21, but that belongs to outfielder Nolan Drill, so don't think we'll see him enter the ball game on the mound. 3-1 now. Ehrman has fallen behind Bressler and now brings it home. This one misses high, and that's a ball 4 and a walk to the leadoff hitter, pinch hitting Bressler. So now after the leadoff walk that Ironman gives up, he will have to face number 3 hitter Michael Long. Right-handed hitter steps in. Doubled in the first, reached on an error and came around to score in the third. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th, and then RBI base on balls in the 6th. Now bats with leadoff runner having just reached, no one out in the bottom of the 8th inning. They trail by 6. Hit high in the air down the left field line towards foul territory. Third baseman Mizlowski over towards it, and this will get out of play just beyond the reach of everybody. No one had a play on that one. As now they look down there, I don't believe that is Mizlowski. It's actually Colby Ott who has entered the game to play third base. Mizlowski hit last inning, so I have to assume it's just a switch after that at bat took place. So now Ott will be at third base after the foul ball. This one misses high, so 1-1 count to Michael Long. Racing Ironman trying to get through this 8th inning of work. Renegades go Ott and Lovich on the left side of the infield, and then right side is still same. This one hit on the ground. Lovich has got to play. Nope, it gets past him and into center field. Bressler started to make the turn to go to third, but he will hold, and that is no out single, and moves runner up to second base. Jackson Lovich made a diving attempt at it, but could not come up with it as that one bounced past the glove and into center field. Or Ross Lovich was there to retrieve it and keep Bressler at second base. And now 2 on, nobody out. Bressler moving up to second, Long now at first base. And Joplin so far in business in this bottom of the 8th inning. They still do trail by 6 though. Bruff now in. He has been on base 3 times tonight. Here's the pitch. This one misses inside. That's ball 1. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Renegades lead this one 12-6. Giving up 8 runs so far on the evening to the Outlaws. Now Ironman has to deal with runners on first and second and nobody out. Here's the pitch to Bruff. This one hit on the ground. This time Lovich has got it to second for 1. Relay onto first, and that is in time for a double play. Double clutch there by Doyle at second base, then eventually got it out of the glove over to Gorling, and that takes care of 2 and just what Ehrman ordered. Now 2 outs in the inning. About as good as you draw it up. Lovich had the play at short. Nice feed to Doyle at second, and it was a 6-4-3 double play. So now runner on third, 2 outs now. Ehrman trying to finish an inning of work. Bressler started to take off to home. It was a bluff. And that pitch misses for a ball. Bressler doing everything he can to get ahead of Ehrman. That even caught my eye. Sean is the batter, left-handed hitter. Has 1 hit tonight, a single in the 3rd inning, RBI single, and then came around to score. Here's Ironman's 1-0 pitch. This one hit in the air, out to left. Perkins over towards it. He's got it measured up, and he makes the catch. Nicely done. Grayson Ironman lets the first two on, but then a double play and a flyout, and 3 pitches later, he is out of the inning. So we'll go to the 9th inning. Renegades still lead this one 12-6. We've got 6 outs to go in this one. Don't go anywhere.
MoX Dock and Norm Direct is back better than ever. Much more than your #1 ground shuttle transportation service to St. Louis Airport. Yes! MoX Dock and Norm Direct is Mid-Missouri's leader in premier group travel. Sporting events, concerts, wedding receptions, the lake, winery trips, Branson, plaza shopping, reunions, pub crawls. Group sizes from 1 to 100 or beyond. We do it all. Remember, we want you to ride MoX Dock and Norm Direct.
At the Boone County Journal, we're with you all the way. We know that you're more than just a subscriber. You're an employer, you're a parent, you're a neighbor. Most importantly, you're a community member. It's our goal to provide you with the latest news, sports, opinions, obituaries, classifieds, and more to keep you informed about your community. To find out more about the Boone County Journal or to subscribe, call 573-657-2334 or visit bocojoe.com. The Boone County Journal. We're with you all the way.
On to the 9th. Renegades lead this one 12-6. They've been in front almost from the jump when they scored 5 runs in the 2nd inning and scored 5 more in the 4th, 1 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th to put up their 12 runs. They gave up 3 to Joplin in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th for the Outlaws, 6 that they currently have on the scoreboard. We are right in the heart of this Renegades lineup, due up here in the top of the 9th inning, and it's Jared Wells out for his 2nd inning of work, trying to complete his 2nd scoreless inning. If he can retire 2, 3, 4 in this Renegades order. It starts with Colton Doyle. This one swung on a miss, blew that one by him for strike 1. Jared Wells in his 1st inning of work gave up a leadoff single to Rocker Runner before striking out Levi Maslowski before he left the game. Fly out of Brennan Perkins, then ground out of Roslovich. 0-1 pitch now coming up to Doyle. Nobody on, nobody out, and this is strike 2. So Doyle now quickly behind in the count. Jared Wells trying to finish off what would presumably the last inning pitching of the night for the Outlaws, unless they come back and score 6 or 7 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the 0-2 to Doyle. This one swung, lined out to right, sinking fast, but Sean has got it before it drops, and that is out number 1. Sean a great Blake on that ball, caught it in stride, and that is the 1st out of the inning. Honestly, more of a line out than a fly out. That ball was hit, but hung up just long enough for Sean to come in and make the play, and that is out number 1. So now Carter Goring steps in. Reached a couple of times, struck out in the 1st, popped down the 2nd, but then reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, and a single in the 6th, scored both of those times. Section air in the 6th, and then walked in the 7th. So he scored 2 runs tonight. Productive evening from the 3 spot in the order. Here's the pitch. This one a called strike. Jared Wells doing a good job so far in his inning and a 3rd of putting strikes in there. Goring bats in the 3 spot with Jack Matashek waiting on deck. Renegades trying to add to what is already a 6-run lead. Here's the 0-1 pitch. This one skips in there, evens things up at a ball and a strike. Looking ahead to this bottom of the 9th inning for Joplin will have to do some major damage on the scoreboard. It'll be bottom of the lineup, Sam Fagan, Liam Bailey, and Jordan Sheridan. 6, 7, 8 in the order due up. Back into the box, scoring 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Here's the pitch. This one skips in there again, and now 2-1. If either Goring or Matashek reach, it'll be Luke Fuller, the catcher, to come up to the plate. RBI hit by pitch his last time, but brought in the 12th run of the game for Jefferson City. Goring, right-handed batter, facing the right-handed pitching Wills. Straight up defense for Joplin behind him on the infield. And here comes the 2-1. This one hit on the ground deep in the hole at 3rd, but that is going to be foul. And we now have a 2-2 count. Long went over to field it, but it was in foul ground by the time it got to the 3rd base bag. And Goring will have to step back into the batter's box. So far in the evening for Joplin, it's been James Yamasaki, George Fisher, Kinson Mitchell, Brett Graham, Josh Harriman, and now Jared Wells on the mound. They've gone through now their 6th pitcher of the evening. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and nobody on. Here's the pitch. This one doesn't even make it to home plate, bounces in there, and we've run full. No one warming in that Joplin bullpen, so you have to assume that this 9th inning belongs to Wells unless things really start to get hairy. And then we'll see pitcher warming down in the Renegades bullpen. We'll see who the bottom of the 9th belongs to for them. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's run full to Gorling, and he awaits the pitch from Wells. Here it comes. This one swung, grounded weakly right back to the pitcher. Wells bobbles, has now got it, and throws over to first. Sheridan's got it for out number 2. Almost a half swing, trying to make contact there with 2 strikes. He was hit right back to Wells, and that is out number 2. Wells did bobble that ball immediately, but had plenty of time to gather it back up and make the throw over to Sheridan at first base to get Gorling as he ran up the first base line. So now Matashek will step in, left-handed hitter playing right field. A couple of groundouts, a couple of walks to go with it. Reached twice on walks, scored on one of them. Now in with nobody on and 2 outs. Swan way low, that's ball 1. Wells has done a nice job in relief so far, an inning and 2/3. Has just 1 strikeout, but has retired all the batters he's faced except one. Gave up a leadoff single, has then retired all 5 since. Now the 1-0 pitch to Matashek is way inside, almost got him. Misses for a ball. If Matashek can reach and continue this evening, looks like Luke Fuller on deck, Renegades catcher. 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs to Matashek. Wells has got one, and here it comes. This one swung, grounded in between first and second. Off the glove of the first baseman, and no one is covering the bag. First baseman Sheridan went over to get it, but Lurley Lott played behind him and made the catch, but pitcher Wells just did not get over there to cover the bag, and thankfully for Matashek, that'll go down as a single. If Wells gets off the mound and over there to cover the bag, they have the play because Lott backed that up so perfectly when it off the glove of Sheridan, but Wells was not over there, and it goes down as a single for Matashek. Here's first hit of the evening, and now a 2-out base runner for the Renegades. Luke Fuller now stepping in. Matashek takes the lead off of first base. And here comes the pitch from Wells. This one called strike on Fuller. Not a ton of strikeouts on the evening for the Renegades. James Yamasaki struck out 2 in the first inning and then definitely settled down from there. 0-1 pitch now to Fuller. This one swung and hit foul, and now it's 0-2. Joplin a strike away and an out away from sending us to the bottom of the 9th inning, where they would have to push across 6 runs to keep this one going. Back into the box, a long look in from Wells, trying to link it with Siracusa, and they've got what they like. Here comes the 0-2 as Matashek takes his lead off of first base. This one gets away, and Matashek will jog on up to second base. That's ball 1, and now a runner in scoring position for the Renegades. 1-2 now the count on Luke Fuller. Has just 1 hit tonight, been on base a couple times, drove in a run. Scored twice. Doing some good work tonight for the Renegades out of that number 5 spot in the order. Wells trying to get through his second full inning out of the pen. Record his final out. Taking his lead off of second base is Matashek. Wells has now got one. Looks in. Check of the runner. And now here comes the 1-2 pitch. This one also skips in there. Gets away, but Matashek will stay put at second base. And that brings things even to 2-2. If Fuller can reach, it's Jackson Lovich who waits on deck. The shortstop came in the middle of this ball game back in the 4th inning. Pinch runner and stayed in at shortstop since that point. Fuller waits, light wave of the bat over his right shoulder. Stands way back in the batter's box, and here's the pitch. This one misses, now we're full. Just noticed that Luke Fuller bats with his right foot almost on the very back line of that left-handed side of the batter's box. Yeah, his right foot is directly on that line. If he took one more step backwards, his right half would be completely out of it. And now he awaits the 3-2. Matashek off of second base, no one else on, and there's 2 outs in the top of the 9th. Here comes the 3-2. This one hit on the ground, high chopper. Bailey's going to have a tough play. He jumps, he got it, throw to first. It's high and gets away, and that'll go into the dugout and allow the Renegades run to score. Liam Bailey already had a tough play as is. I don't know if that throw is on target, if he gets Luke Fuller running to first base, but airmailed it into the dugout, and that allows Matashek to come home freely. Fuller goes to second, and another run for the Renegades. That'll be a single and a throwing error. It was a high chopper deep in the hole, and when Bailey jumped to get it, he was almost directly behind the second base bag, just a couple steps from the grass. So once again, runner on second. 13-6 now our score. Renegades lead. Lovich in. Looks at a ball here. 1-0. Yeah, I believe if that throw is on target, that still goes down as a hit for Fuller. It would have been a long throw, and he was close to the bag, and just a throwing error allowed him to go to second, and Matashek the score. 13-6. Here's the pitch to Lovich. Misses again, and now 2-0 the count. Shortstop taking his third at bat of the evening, came in the 4th. RBI ground out in the 6th, and then flew out to left in the 7th. Potential RBI opportunity if you could put one in the outfield. 2-0. This one skips in there, gets away, trying to go to third is Fuller, and he is going to make it standing. This inning being prolonged after the first 2 were retired. Thanks to an infield single by Matashek, went to second on a wild pitch, and then scored on another infield single by Luke Fuller. So now runner on third. Lovich bats and fouls this one off. That'll make things 3-1. Now just 90 feet away would be the 14th run of the ballgame for the Renegades if they can drive it in. 13 runs, already a season high for the Renegades. Most they've put up in a ballgame has been 9 runs. Put up 7 a couple of times, but have yet to reach the double-digit mark until here this evening. This one way inside. That's ball 4, and Lovich will get a free pass to first. 2 out walk, and now first and third for the Renegades. Still no one warming. This inning will continue to belong to Wells. Luke Fuller takes the lead off of third base, just had an infield single and then advanced to second on a throwing error before moving up to third on a wild pitch. Jack Matashek already scored in this inning. Now Jackson Lovich, who just walked, will lead off at first base. Now stepping in is TJ Rockerbaumer, left-handed hitting DH. Here's the first pitch from Wells. Hit foul over all our heads, and that'll go as the first strike. Wells gave up a single when he first came into the ballgame last inning, then retired 5 straight batters across the 8th and 9th before 2-out damage thanks to 2 infield singles and throwing error and a base on balls, allowing the Renegades to put 1 more run on the board. Now got up to 12 hits on the evening. 0-1 pitch on the way to Rockerbaumer. Skips in there. Nicely blocked behind the plate by Siracusa, and that evens things at 1-1. Now even more work to do in the bottom half of this inning for Joplin coming up, like I said earlier. Bottom of their lineup, it'll be Fagan, Bailey, and Sheridan, 6, 7, 8, and then Cole Cooper to follow. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Wells. This one misses, and that's 2-1. Just past 10:15 here in Joplin, Missouri, where you are listening to Renegades versus Outlaws baseball on the Show Me Sports Network. I'm Ben Schmidt. Renegades just got 3 more outs to get to secure a win here and move to 4-5. Here's the 1-2. This one a called strike. So not 1-2. It was actually 2-1. I apologize. Scoreboard was backwards. And now it is even 2-2. It was 2-1. Scoreboard said 1-2, and then the called strike just there made it 2-2. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Only with 2 base runners on for the Renegades at first and third. Wells trying to get to the inning. Here's the pitch. Swung and hit foul over our heads once again, and that'll leave it deadlocked to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Colby Otts, who came in last inning on defense at third base, waits on deck if Rockerbaumer can reach. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Renegades lead this one 13-6. They've got 12 hits on the evening. Potential to add more here if Rocker Bomber can single one in. This one weakly grounded to third, moving in is long. He's got a long throw across the diamond, and it gets away, and it'll go just off the Renegades dugout. Run will score. Lovich moves to third, and Rocker Bomber is safe at first. Coming in to score on the play from third base is Luke Fuller. He trots home. It was a long throw anyway. Would have been a bang-bang play at the bag, but that throw was high and away, and that allows Rocker Bomber to reach and a run scored for the Renegades. Lovich goes from first to third on the play. TJ Rocker Bomber reaches, and what was the sixth batter of the inning, now the seventh of the inning, and Colby Ott stepping in. Not often you see three balls hit on the infield in one inning that all turn into infield singles. So now as Ott swings and misses at the first pitch, Lovich is at third, and Rocker Bomber at first. Jared Willis trying to get the final out of this top of the ninth inning as the Renegades now lead by 8 runs. Good offensive showing for them after being blanked last night. Ott lines up the middle. That's going to be an RBI. Lovich can crawl on home if he wanted to. This one into center field as Colby Ott has delivered an RBI single. Moving up to second is Rocker Bomber, and it's now 15-6 Renegades. Colby Ott, his first at-bat of the evening, delivers an RBI. Lovich, who walked early in this inning, trots on home the third run of the inning scored by the Renegades. Offensive shootout continues tonight for Jefferson City. Rocker Bomber moved up to second on the play as Ott lined that one. No one was going to catch that one out at short or second base and got under the grass in center field for an RBI single. They're going to have a meeting at the mound with Renegades continue to tackle on some runs. They've put up 3 now. Increased their lead from 12-6 to 15-6. By far their best offensive showing of the season. First time they put up double-digit runs so far in the season. 3 runs have scored this inning, and Jack Matishek, Luke Fuller, and Jackson Lovich, all 3 cross the dish. Now 2 more on, and Rocker Bomber at second, and Colby Ott at first. Now number 9 hitter Brendan Perkins, he steps in. He's scored 2 runs already tonight. Here's the pitch. This one misses low ball 1. Perkins at a call that didn't really go his way a couple at bats ago, where it ended up being a foul tip for strike 3, a ball that he thought hit him on the elbow, but they ruled foul tip for strike 3. We're in the top of the 9th inning, 2 outs. All 3 runs coming with 2 outs in this inning, as that's a called strike to Perkins. Renegades now have had 5 different innings where they've scored runs, and they've put up numbers of 5, 5, 1, 1, and 3. So, nice night at the dish for these guys. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners take their leads at first and second. Wells continuing to pitch. This one hit far in the air to right center field. Both outfielders going after it. Chun has got it on the run, and that is out number 3. Thought that was going to get in the gap, but it hung up long enough for Chun to make the catch. So as Perkins flies out, that'll end the top of the 9th. Renegades got 3 more outs to get, and they have a 9-run lead. Don't go anywhere. Back for the bottom of the 9th in just a moment.
Running out of some of your favorite Avon products and haven't seen an Avon brochure in quite some time? No need to worry. Avon Independent Sales Representative Michelle Carty can help with your Skin So Soft makeup, jewelry, fragrance, and skincare needs. Avon now carries cleaning supplies, clothing, daily essentials, and several small LG electronic items. You now have the opportunity to shop online 24/7 and have your order shipped directly to your front door by shopping with Michelle at mcarty.avonrepresentative.com or find her on Facebook by searching Avon Carty.
Throughout the course of any game, different actions stand out to different people. But everyone remembers a walk-off, especially if it's a walk-off wood bat. Handcrafted right here in Missouri, walk-off wood bat company bats are made with premium grade maple, ash, and birch, fully customizable to make it truly yours. From the length and weight to the barrel and handle color, you're able to customize every feature of your wood bat, including personalized engraving with a 45-day warranty. In addition to selling custom handcrafted bats, they also offer a selection of bat accessories, including lizard skin bat grips and batting gloves. To help find your confidence at the plate, give Walk-Off Wood Bat Company a call at 816-261-1014 or visit wowbats.com.
Grayson Ironman back out there for the 9th inning, trying to close this one off for the Jefferson City Renegades over the Joplin Outlaws. Look to even the season series at 2 games apiece. Renegades won the first one on Sunday night before Joplin took the last 2. Renegades now 3 outs away from evening it up. If Grayson Ehrman can complete a second full inning of work, he looked good in his first inning. Gave up a base on balls to start off the inning, but then got down to business, retired the next 3 batters, including a double play and a flyout. So now we'll look to the bottom of the Joplin lineup here to close this bottom of the 9th inning out. Faces Sam Fagan to start it off. Here's the pitch. This one misses, ball 1. Fagan, Bailey, and Sheridan facing Ironman out there for the second inning in this bottom of the 9th. Here's Ironman's 1-0 pitch. This one in there for a called strike, even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Joplin's center fielder grounded out, hit a 2-run triple that at the time cut the deficit for the Outlaws from 5 to 1 to 5 to 3, and then grounded out and flew out. 1 ball, 1 strike, first batter of this bottom of the 9th inning. Renegades lead 15-6. This one misses, now 2-1 on the center fielder for Joplin. We have Bailey and Jordan Sheridan on deck and in the hole, and then Cole Cooper, the number 9 hitter, if either of them reaches. Then following that, we'd go back to the top of the order. Ehrman into the rotation, the windup, and now this one is lined into center field for a lead-off base hit. Gets this bottom of the 9th started. Got good wood on that one, lined it right back where it came from into center field, and that is a lead-off single. So now with the lead-off base runner on against Ironman, Liam Bailey will step in. Shortstop has singled twice and then flew out his other 2 at-bats so far this evening. Ironman, if he could roll a double play-up like he did last inning, would get this thing over with. Bailey looks at a called strike to begin his at-bat. Sheridan on deck and Cooper in the hole. Renegades lead this one 15-6. They've also out-hit Joplin 13-9. Joplin has also made 4 errors on the evening. Renegades made just 2. Runner is going. This pitch low. No throw at second base is sliding in there safely. Is Fagan. Stolen base, and that will be a runner in scoring position and a ball for the Outlaws. Ehrman trying to secure the final 3 outs of this ball game. He's got a 9-run lead to work with. Plenty of room for even a little bit of error. Now facing Bailey. This one lined on the right field line, but it's foul. Right over by that Renegades bullpen, and now it is a 1-2 count on the shortstop for the Outlaws. So far on the bump tonight has been Caleb Carricker, who went the first 5 1/3. Tanner Schmitz picked it up from there with an inning and 2/3. And then Grayson Ehrman just pitched the 8th, now trying to get last 3 outs for 2 innings pitched and closing this one out. Here's the pitch. This one misses. Makes things 2-2. If the scores hold up, that will leave Caleb Carricker in line for the win and James Yamasaki in line for the loss. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Big lead out at second base. They're going to throw back behind him, but Lovich could not get the tag. The throw was a little high into the outside, so no chance to get the runner as Fagan dove back into the base. He took a big lead off there. I almost had a shot at him. So now still nobody out here in this bottom of the 8th inning. Ehrman a strike away from recording his first out. Here's the 2-2. This one swung and hit foul, and we'll do it again. Good pitching so far all around from the Renegades side. Even though they've given up the 6 runs, I believe only 3 of them have been earned thanks to a couple of errors. So no save opportunity with the Renegades leading by 9 runs. And closest this game ever was 5-3 before the Renegades made it 10-3. Fouled once again as running on the play was Sam Fagan. Tried to take third, but it's foul, so he'll have to trot on back to second. Fagan led off this inning with a single to center field. Grayson Ehrman, third Renegades pitcher of the night, trying to get out number 1 of this inning. Here's the 2-2 again. This one lined out to right field, coming in is Manishek, but he'll have no play. They'll hold the runner going second and third as Manishek fires it in. And now first and third, nobody out after the second straight single here in this bottom of the 9th inning. So after the stolen base and moving up to third, Renegades will have to deal with a first and third no-out situation as Fagan now at third and Bailey at first. Jordan Sheridan, left-hand hitting first baseman, now stepping in. Potential to cut into what is a 9-run deficit. This pitch a called strike to start off the at-bat. We are in the bottom of the ninth inning. Renegades lead this one 15-6 as I'm Benjamin. You're listening to the Show Me Sports Network. Best spot for Renegades baseball coverage all summer long. This one is fouled off and now 0-2. Cole Cooper on deck, and then top of the Joplin lineup to follow. Dead silent down in the Renegades bullpen, so this is Grayson Ironman's inning to finish. Basically the exact same story that we had with Jared Wells in the top half, even though he gave a couple of runs. Here's the 0-2. This one misses high, now 1-2. Sheridan flew out to right, flew out to left, and then singled and walked his last 2 trips to the plate. Got our runner in scoring position at third base, as long as another leading off of first base. Here's the 1-2. This one swung on and missed. Ehrman blew it by him, and that is out number 1 of the inning. A strikeout swinging. Sheridan was late on the fastball. Ehrman got it by him, and that is out number 1. So ball on the ground and infield here could potentially end this one if the Renegades would be able to turn it. So now Cole Cooper stepping in. Cooper, the number 9 hitter tonight, has struck out, walked twice, and singled for an RBI in the 7th inning. This one in there, a called strike to the left-handed hitting left fielder. Runners on first and third, 1 out. Renegades lead this one by 9 runs thanks to 3 runs that they just put up in the top half of this inning. Oh, and on the way, here it comes. This one misses high and outside, even things up at a ball and a strike. Sam Fagan takes lead off of third base, led off this inning with a single to center, went to second on a stolen base, and then to third on a single. Liam Bailey was the one who hit that single to right field. He takes lead off of first. Is held on by Gorling now. This one misses, now 2 balls and 1 strike. Corey Syracuse, the catcher, leadoff hitter, waits on deck. Renegades just 2 outs away from snapping just a quick 2-game losing streak before they head back home for tomorrow. This one also misses outside, and now 3 balls and a strike, a ball away from loading him up in the 9th. Renegades looking to wrap this one up. We got 2 more games before an off day on Sunday, 1 home and 1 on the road. Facing Sedalia and Chillicothe. Here's the 3-1 way inside, and that is ball 4. Runner's actually going to try and come home as it got to the backstop, and he will successfully. Fagan trots on home as ball 4 got to the backstop, and that is a run scored for Joplin. Cuts into it now 15-7. Our score is now runners on first and second with 1 out. So lead off couple of singles come back to bite the Renegades as Fagan scores on the wild pitch. And now still runners on first and second as we go back to the top of the lineup. Quick meeting at the mound as a couple of base runners have reached off of Grayson Ironman this inning. Back-to-back singles to begin it before striking out Jordan Shearman. Just walked Cole Cooper, and on the ball 4 pitch got to the backstop. Allowed Fagan to trot on home for a Outlaws run. The first run they have scored since the 7th inning when they also put up 1. Mound meeting is over. Ehrman back on the mound with catcher Fuller back behind the plate. Renegades ready to go to try and finish this one off. Syracuse ready to go as well. Batting for what will be the 6th time of the evening. He does not have a hit yet, has reached once on a walk. Did have a double play in the 4th inning. This one misses for a ball to begin his at-bats. Runners on first and second after the wild pitch. 1 run already in this inning, but 1 out. Renegades at this point is trying to get the final 2. This one also misses, now 2-0 on the catcher. Some movement starting to happen now towards that Renegades bullpen. Probably if this thing starts to get even a whiff of getting close out of hand, they'll look to bring someone in relief of Ironman, who has now worked an inning in the 3rd. This one once again misses, now 3-0 to the leadoff hitter. If Syracuse reaches, it'll be left-handed hitting Caden Bressler on deck. Came in as a pinch hitter last inning and walked. Renegades lead this one 15-7. Here's the 3-0 pitch. This one a called strike. Keeps the at-bat alive. Airmen looking to come back from what was just a 3-0 count, now 3-1. In charge of getting these final 2 outs of the evening for the Renegades. They lead this one by 8 runs, out hitting Joplin 13-10. Here's the 3-1. This one swung on and fouled off, but caught into the glove of Fuller, so that is strike 2, and we are now full. Syracuse, Airmen hoping to strike out for what would be the second strikeout of the inning and the second out of the 9th. Quick check of the runner at second. Here's the 3-2. This one misses up, and that is a walk to load the bases. After the walk, moving up to third on the play will be Leon Bailey. Trotting on up to second base is Cole Cooper as Syracuse heads on down to first. Some clear warming up down there in that bullpen for the Renegades. See how long they're willing to let Ironman go. Believe it might be Colin Demel. Colin DeMole, I think, is the one throwing down there in the bullpen. But we will see. Bases loaded. Ball gets away. Runner's going to try and trot home and score, and he will make it in safely. Liam Bailey comes home. Ball went in and out of the glove. That'll almost surely be a pass ball. It allows the 9th run of the ball game to score. Things starting to get a little hairy here in this bottom of the 9th. Still a 6-run lead for the Renegades. Excuse me, not 15-9, 15-8 now after that second run scores. It was Bailey after that pass ball that came on in. Other runners advance. Moving up on the plate at third is Cole Cooper as Corey Syracuse moved up to second. It was ball 1 to Caden Bressler, now the one pinch hitting. He bats 1-0, 1 out. This one misses, 2-0 now. Michael Long waits on deck. Renegades got just 2 outs to get to secure victory here. They lead this one by 7. Into the line, here's Ironman's pitch. This one a called strike, makes it 2-1. Bressler in the at bat that came in to pinch hit for last inning walked. Michael Long has been on base a couple of times tonight, waits on deck. Lefty-righty advantage for Bressler. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back, and that goes off the glove and gets away as well. Trotting on in to score will be another runner. Third runner to trot home from third base on a wild pitch or a pass ball as that one got by the catcher. And coming home is Cole Cooper, the 3rd run now scored this inning for the Outlaws. It was actually a 3-ball count where that pitch occurred. Scoreboard was a ball off. And that will work as a walk for Bressler, and that will signal the end of the evening for Ironmans. Now just 2 more outs to go. We'll be back for those last 2 as a new pitcher coming in for the Renegades. Don't go anywhere.
We are State Tech. We are hands-on education. When you choose the #1 2-year college in the country, you know you will be ready for your career. That's why at State Tech we say, from the classroom to your career, we are the employer's choice. We are State Tech.
Hello, Blake Gazaway here with the Show Me Sports Network. I've had the opportunity to have some amazing calls, including overtime touchdowns, walk-off home runs, and buzzer-beating baskets. But I've answered another call. That's to serve my community as a volunteer firefighter. Stop and think what would happen if your home or property caught fire and no one was there to put it out. Every day, volunteer firefighters not only save lives and property, but also respond to other emergencies. Nearly 2/3 of our nation's fire departments are manned by volunteer firefighters. And because of this, we simply need more volunteers to step up and answer the call. Stop by or contact your local fire department and see how you can become a volunteer firefighter today. I answered the call to serve my community. Will you?
Creating custom, handcrafted woodworking projects has never been easier. Become a member of Sawdust Studios and enjoy 24/7 access to a woodworker's paradise. Outfit with industry-leading professional-grade tools, Sawdust Studios offers endless woodworking possibilities. Don't have woodworking experience? No problem, as Sawdust Studios offers affordable classes from a community of woodworkers, experienced designers, and master craftsmen. Youth classes are also offered for those junior woodworkers. For more information, search Sawdust Studios on Facebook or find them online at sawdust247.com. Sawdust Studios, your community woodshop.
Renegades just 2 outs away from a win. Although Joplin getting to work here in this bottom of the 9th inning, they've scratched across 3 runs so far. although just 1 out. And runners on first and third. Here's the first pitch. This misses high. Michael Long now stepping in, so that's ball 1. Runners off of first and third. It's Syracuse off of third and Bressler off of first, who just walked. Get you the new pitcher here for the Renegades in just a moment, trying to get the final 2 outs. It is number 20, Ian Nolf, I believe, if the Ross Drive is correct. That would be standing in, trying to get these final 2 outs. Quick pick over to first is not in time. Here is the pitch. This one a called strike. Even things up at a ball and a strike. It is Michael Long in there with Max Bruff, the DH, on deck. Renegades still, after giving up the 3 runs, lead this one by 6. We're going to get just the final 2 outs and win this ball game. Here's the 1-1. This one ripped. That's going to get just over the glove of Jackson Lovich. It's short and down into left field for an RBI single. Lovich got pretty high off the ground there, made a attempted to catch, could not get it, and that'll go down as a single RBI single from Michael Long. Coming in to score on the play is Syracuse, who reached on the walk. He trots on home. Caden Bresser, who also just walked, goes up to second on the RBI single by Michael Long. It's now first and second, double play opportunity. Renegades lead this one by 5. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning as Max Bruff steps in. 2 more outs to get for this Renegades team. Here's the pitch. This one is in there, a called strike to start off Bruff's at bat. Runners takes their lead at first and second. Is Bressler off of second base and Long off of first, who just singled in a run. 0-1 pitch to Bruff. This one misses outside, and that'll make things a ball and a strike. Ian Nolf just coming in relief of Grayson Ironman. Already given up 4 runs so far in this inning. Cut the deficit from 15-6 to 15-10. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This one hit high in the air. Going out is the first baseman. Goring, second baseman, calls him off, and Doyle makes the catch for out number 2. A well-needed pop-up as the Renegades finally are able to secure an out, getting Max Bruff to pop out, and that's the second out of the inning. Renegades just an out away from putting this one to bed. So not an easy out for the Renegades here to try and finish off this ball game. As Ian Nolf will look to try and get Garrett Chun, who has been all over the base pass in this series, as an RBI tonight. Only been on once, though. He's got runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. This one in there, a called strike. 0-1 now the count on the right fielder, the 9th batter of the inning. Inning where 4 runs are scored for the Outlaws, but they still trail by 5 runs. Here comes the 0-1 to Chun. This one misses outside. Now we're even 1 ball, 1 strike. Single by Michael Long. A couple batters ago drove in the 4th run of the inning before Max Bruff just popped out to second base as Doyle made the catch for out number 2. Here's the pitch. This one also misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Renegades looking to secure a 15-10 victory. Be their second road victory of the season in 3 tries. Here's the pitch. This one misses, and now a ball away from loading the bases and bringing Sam Fagan back up, who led off this inning with a single. Ian Nolf trying to get to this final couple of outs. Here's the 3-1. This one just misses, and that is ball 4, and Chun will head to first. On the walk, Bressler will go to third. Michael Long, who just had an RBI single, will move up to second. And after the base on balls, Garrett Chun, the 9th batter of the inning, will head to first. Now bases loaded. And how about this, ladies and gentlemen? The tying run is now in the on-deck circle. Who would have thought at the start of this inning, with the Renegades leading by 9, he'd even get to a point where the tying run would be on deck? Sam Fagan looking to make that a possibility by getting on base for the 2nd time this inning, as he led off with a single to center field. Called strike delivered by Nolf to start his at-bat, 0-1. Here comes the pitch. This one misses up high. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Fagan scored on a wild pitch. First run of what would be 4 in this inning for Joplin. Now looking to bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the 1-1. This hit in the air to right. Matashek's got it measured up. He goes back and he makes the catch to end the ball game. Renegades give up some runs in the 9th inning, but Ian Nolf comes in to get the last 2 outs, and he will give the Jefferson City Renegades the final, a 15-10 win over the Joplin Outlaws. So, couple losses in a row for the Renegades, but they get it done on the road tonight thanks to an offensive performance for the season. Easily their best performance in terms of the run category. They put up 13 hits as well, leads them to 15 runs. First time they've gone into double-digit runs on the season, and they now get to high five at the mound and celebrate a victory to move to 4-5 on the season. 15-10 our final score. Renegades win this one. Caleb Carrick will go down as the winning pitcher on the evening. James Yamasaki will take the loss. No save and a 5-run win for the Renegades. They finish with 11 hits, actually 13 hits, compared to the 11 hits that Joplin put up. So an all-around great performance on the mound this evening by the multiple pitchers that the Renegades had to use. They did give up 10, but a bunch of them go unearned. Caleb Carricker, a well-deserved win as he was just an out away for getting through 6. He finishes with 5 1/3, 2 strikeouts, 5 runs, only 2 earned. Tanner Schmitz, Grayson Ironman, and Ian Nolf in to finish it off. Players of the game for sure. Ross Lovich from the leadoff spot, 2 2-run homers. And then Levi Mizlowski also went deep for a 2-run bomb. I could talk about every player. But as we get ready to hit the road and head back home, I don't have time for that. But I do have time to say goodbye for the evening and tell you to come out to the ballpark tomorrow at Vivian Field to watch the Renegades take on Sedalia at home. Look to move to 5-5 on the season after winning 15-10 here tonight over Joplin. Thanks everyone for tuning in on the Show Me Sports Network. For Ben Schmidt, I'll see you tomorrow night. It was a fun one, and make sure to come back. Renegades win this one 15-10, and we'll head back home to face Sedalia tomorrow. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more coverage tomorrow, and take care. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening.
Serving fans throughout the Midwest and even more around the world, this is the Show Me Sports Network. The preceding was an exclusive broadcast property presentation of the Show Me Sports Network and was a high-fidelity, all-digital broadcast. This broadcast is copyright by the Show Me Sports Network for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast without the Show Me Sports Network's written consent is prohibited.